Welcome. My name is LT Pan. I'm the key account sales from Advantech Singapore. Let's start our presentation today. Okay, today my presentation I will covering the IEC61850 compliance ECU series, mainly for power and energy market. Okay, so for today presentation, I will covering the contents for smart energy market overview, and then followed by the product portfolio and the key benefits. And I will talk about the application and the successful story. Lastly, I will talk about the DTOS customization solutions. Okay, for the part one, for the global power and energy market overview, as you can see in this slide, over the past 10 years, the demand for the IoT components is drastically increased. Especially nowadays, a lot of people talking about the smart grid, smart substations. So we foresee in 2020 there will be 50 million IoT component sales. Yeah, so there is a very huge amount of energy data generated every day. Okay, so for the application, where is the application for the power and energy automations? As you can see here, there's from power generations, power transmission, power transformations, power distribution, down to the power consumption management. There's a lot of application we can have. Like example, for power generation, we can have smart substations, communications and forecast and monitoring systems, distributed system monitoring. In power transmission, we can have online monitoring, power inspection robots. And for power transformations, we can have integrated monitoring system or auxiliary monitoring system. And for power distributions, we can have these operations and maintenance agents, cloud monitoring, infrastructure, power management. And lastly, for the power consumption management, we can have airport energy consumption management, factory energy consumption management, and others energy management. Okay, so for our ECU series, we are mainly focusing on these substations, automation and solutions. So as you can see, we are focusing on this substation automation or solar energy solutions or wind power solutions, also in the electrical vehicle charging station, as well as in AMI smart metering. Okay, let's go into the product portfolio and the key benefits. So as you can see here, our ECU series as a IEC61850-3 certified as an embedded dependence computing and the communication management platform. So what is this IEC61850? As we compare the general IPC in this table, as you can see, for the normal CE and FCC requirements, as compared to this IEC standard, there is a very difference in the specifications. Like example, for the EFT requirements, for general IPC, only require 2 kV for the power and 1 kV for the I/O. But for IEC standard, we require 4 kV for the power and 2 kV for the I/O. So this is the actually is the power energy requirement. It's a must in this power energy segmentations. So what we are offering for Advantech ECU series, as you can see here, for the central computing server, we're having the ECU 500 series, which is running on the Xeon processor. And for the SCADA server and the workstation IPC, we can have this ECU 4784, which is running on Xeon or i7 processor. And for this ECU, also we have i3 or Celeron processor. As for workstation gateway, we have ECU 4574 or ECU 4685, which is running on Atom or Celeron processor. And for the RISC-based communication gateway, we have ECU 1000 series, This is mainly we focus for RTU or the FTU itself. Okay, for the ECU 500 series, this is the product under PVT, which going to out in somewhere Q3 this year. So this new product, we are mainly focusing in these three main sector, which is smart substations, renewable energy, or subway substations. Okay, so okay, so if customer require the test reports from us, yes, we are providing the test reports. So you are welcome to get the report from us. Okay, for the roadmap for our ECU series, you can see here for the central computing server. Yeah, this is we going to out in Q3. Yeah, we are running in Xeon processor, and we have this up to two hot swappable power supply and 4 hot swappable fan, and also we have 4 2.5-inch hot swappable hard disk or SSD. Okay, and for SCADA server, currently we have is in green color. You can see for the i7 is running on a Haswell processor, and for the Skylake ECU 784-E56 is running on the Skylake Xeon E3 processor. Okay, upcoming we are going to have this ECU 4784-E45SAE, which is running on the Skylake i7 processor. And the ECU for the future development, the ECU 4784, this is still under planning. So please keep in line with us for our future development. Okay, for the workstation IPC, we currently have this ECU 4784-E15 or C25SBE, which is running on i3 Haswell or Celeron processor. And the upcoming, we do have this ECU 4784-E25, which is running on Skylake Celeron. Okay, for the workstation gateway, currently we have these two series ECU 4674 and the ECU 4574. But unfortunately, it's going to EOL by end of this year. The replacement will be the ECU 4676 and ECU 4576. Yeah, these two series going to replace the current ECU series. Okay, for the RISC-based communication gateway, we have this ECU 4553, which is running on this Cortex A8 processor. And the upcoming one, we will be having a new series ECU 4553, also running a Cortex A8 processor. Okay, for our ECU series, we're having a very rich communication interface for selections. Yeah, as you can see in these diagrams, by default, we're having 2 RS-232 port and 8 RS-232 or 485 port. And we also have 8 LAN ports and 2 SATA slots. And also we do have 2 PIE or PCIe as okay. So what we can have for this PCIe or PCI slot? Yeah, as you can see in this slide, we have multiple choice of expansion card. For serial port, we have 8-channel non-isolated or 8-channel isolated RS-232 or 485-422 ports. We also have 4-channel isolated RS-232, 485. And for the Ethernet port, we have 4-channel fiber optic Ethernet, 4-channel RJ45 Ethernet port, and 4-channel SP Giga Ethernet port. And we do have the HSR and PRP card for SSP Ethernet. And also we have 4-channel isolated digital input and 4-channel isolated relay output with IRIB. And we have an interface card as well. Okay, customer were asking whether we can plug in others third-party PCI or PCIe card. Yes, you can by using this interface card with a PCIe or mini PCI expansions, or PCI 104 or mini PCIe expansion, and PCIe expansion option. So you can, with this interface card, you can plug in the third-party PCIe or PCI card as you want. Okay, so the selection guide, as you can see, we have an Intel Skylake Xeon processor, and we have an Intel Hazel processor for Core i7, i3 Celeron. We also got Atoms. We got Intel Hazel Celeron processor, also the Cortex A8 processor. Okay, and this is the selection guide for all the optional cards. Okay, for the key benefit of our ECU 4000 series, yeah, I will go through one by one in the later slide. Okay, first, we having the selectable power supply. So for our ECU, you can have a 100 or 220 VAC or DC power supply as a main power supply, and you can have a second power supply as a redundancy. You can have a 1010 or 220 VAC or DAC, or you can have a 48-volt DC option as an option. Okay, and second, we also having a 2.5 kilovolt isolations with our serial port. As you can see, for ECU 4784, we have isolated 2 RS-232 port and 8 RS-232 or 485 ports. As for ECU 4674, we got isolated 2 RS-232 port and 16 RS-232 and or 485 port for this series. Okay, third, we having a VGA and DVI dual display output port. Okay. And then we also support RED 0, 1, and 5. Okay, for the RED 0, we as known as a stripping method. RED 1 is a mirroring, and for ECU 4784, we support RED 5 with additional CF slot for you to plug in. Okay, for our ECU series, we also support this time synchronization with IRIG-B by using the RS485 port. Okay, this is is a standard format for transferring the timing informations. Okay, we also support the time synchronization with IEEE 1588, which is PTP, or so-called Precision Time Protocol. Okay, this is a protocol to used to synchronize the clock throughout a computer network. Okay. Yep, and we also having this ICD manager. Yeah, for customer to having a remote monitoring for our serial port, or either for our serial port or Ethernet port. We can monitor our data exchange, heartbeat, or time synchronizations, or active message for the alarm. Or for the Ethernet, we can have a data exchange, heartbeat, active message for alarm, or device discovery. And we also having this remote monitoring management. Okay, and now we are calling we having a new name. We are calling a Y-Pass device on. Okay, this software is enable us to monitor our system information, hardware status, our network status, or hard disk status. Okay, we can monitor our CPU usage, fan speed, RAM, all this information. Okay, we also having the trusted platform module, either a 1.2 or TPM 2.0. And we also having the active management technology, so-called AMT. Okay, this is a functions for remote management, or regardless of whether the computer is powered up or the built-in operating system. So this allows us to go to the BIOS to do reset, or maybe we can restart the whole machine by using these features. Okay, we also support the SNMP protocol, yeah. And lastly, we also support the VT-D functions. Okay, part 3, I will talk about some application and our successful story. Okay, for example 1, as you can see in this diagram, is one of the smart substations. For this smart substation, having a three level, which is a station level, bay level, or the process level. For each level, we can deploy our ECU for example, number 1, we can have a cyber security, and for layer 2, we can have a communication data gateway, and also we can have the comprehensive monitoring system. And for process level, we can have a primary device monitoring. Okay, one by one, I will talk about the cyber security. We can deploy our ECU 4784 by using the Xeon or i7 processor as a server PC, and with our HSR and PRP redundancy card. Okay, with this, we having a HSR communication redundancy for this cyber security. Okay, for the communication data gateway, we can deploy our ECU 4784 by using the Celeron or ECU 4685 as a gateway PC. So this is it as a protocol gateway, and we plug in the Ethernet card for us to have a communication protocol conversions, and also having a rich serial and Ethernet port feasible for data communications. And for the primary device monitorings, by using our ECU 4553 or ECU 4674 as a gateway PC, you can see here the ECU 4553 acts as a IED main controller, and for the ECU 4674 as a IED main controller as well. So this the benefit for these two is we having a flexible I/O, and also a rich of communication interface and protocol support for various acquisitions requirements. Also, we having highly reliable computing platform and necessary value-added software for data analysis. Also, last, for the comprehensive monitoring, we can deploy our ECU 4553 and ECU 4685 as a communication gateway PC with a rich I/O. So we can also plug in our Ethernet cards. So these two act as an environment monitoring and the condition access controller. So with the rich onboard I/O support for data acquisitions, so various communication protocols can support for this. Okay, for the example 2, which is on the infrastructure monitoring, as you can see, we can have for this airport, electrical, and environment comprehensive monitoring. We use over 200 pieces of ECU 4553 as a communication gateway to get information from lower device, like protection device, high-low voltage meter, I/O device, or RTU. So with the rich onboard I/O support for the data acquisitions, also we can support various communication protocol. And the third example is a wind field energy management system. For this, we are deploying the ECU 4574 as a gateway to send out the ACG or AVC information through the cloud. And we are using the ECU 4784 as a data server for this wind field energy management system. Okay, this is the success story from one of the country, Brazil, and designing in 2017 for the electric power distribution. And the company is from Spain and Synopsys. Okay, what is the customer pain point for it? Okay, they're having the penalty due to the power supply interruption. Also, they're having an operation cost and a lack of control of pole switch or so-called reconsole. So with this, we are using our ECU 4784 for equipment connectivity and process visualizations. So what is the benefit for this? As a application diagram, as you see here, in this, our customer implement another software called ActionWise SCADA. So this SCADA perform the automatic the solution perform automatic location and isolation of fault and service restorations, thus reduce operation costs, and also improving the continuity indices. Okay, the success story number 2. This is from the Harad gas compression mega plant in Saudi Arabia in year 2019. Our end user is Aramco, so in oil and gas industry. So the customer pain point is they are having the difficulty to have a continuous production with unreliable IPC system. They're also having a high corrective maintenance cost. Then they need a zero tolerance for downtime in this critical environment. So our ECU 4784 supply as a SCADA server, workstation, and engineering. So for this, as you see, this is the plant. So by using our ECU, we increase the system safety for the transmission and distribution electric grid. And we also reducing the operation cost by providing a zero maintenance hardware platform. And we also provide the robust hardware in this so-called harsh environment. Okay, the third successful story is OEM successful rebranding of our system. So the customer is from UAE, Dubai, from in year 2019. Customer name is Diva. Okay, so the customer needs is for maximize reliable computer in the market for such critical environment with low power consumptions. They also need a long life cycle products. So with supplying our ECU 4784 as a SCADA server, workstation, and engineering units for their power transmission and protection. So in this, we are increasing the efficiency of the network with a very stable server. We also provide a total open source hardware for easier integration with our current existing system. And also we significantly save on the total power consumptions. So because our total power consumption for our ECUs is only 35 watts. And you can see in this photo, we also customize the label, the outlook of the ECU for our customer. So next, I will talk about the DTOS customization solution we have. So the core value for our DTOS, we having the global networks, we having a lot of these customization solutions. We having a robust quality. Customer can go for 10 years warranty as options, and we provide 24/7 after sales service, and we provide total solution to our customer. Okay, for what is the added value service provided for our DTOS customization solutions? Okay, we are running for the operating system. We are running on the x86 system and also the RIX system, but we strictly follow the IEC61850 standard. This portion we cannot alter much, but for the enclosure we can change and alter based on the customer requirement, either by ODM or OEM mode. Okay. And we can product label, colors. Also, we can customize the BIOS for our customer, operating system, and also can modify spec. Okay, for example, for changing a product label, we do have the time limit for this kind of added service value added service. Okay, we feel free to talk to us or email us for your requirements, and we will come out the proposal within 1 week, and within 1 month we will provide the sample for you. Okay, and for system modifications, the time limit, you can talk to us. We will within 1 week we will come out a proposal either in design function, design schedule, NRE or price. Okay, if all this is okay, we will go ahead to produce the sample. Within the 3 months with the engineering sample or the function test report. Okay, if all this accepted, we will go another 1 month for the certifications. Okay, so this is the process in our DTOS. Okay, with this I will end my presentation for today. Thank you.